Hey folks, welcome back to the channel.
Hello.
So, it is Froggy Friday.
Yeah.
Froggy Friday is a collaboration organised by Karen from the Dragon's Cave and many others. The list and the link is in the description along with the playlist. So be sure to check it out because there are some amazing artists that do it, and some of the frogs are just out of this world.
Like this one.
Well, yeah, I just had fun with this one.
Yeah.
So it was Alien Abduction Day yesterday.
Yep.
And I thought, I'm going to make an alien frog.
Yeah.
So I got this mold from Temu, and it is technically the frog that's flipping the bird.
Flipping the bird, yes.
And I genuinely hadn't noticed that, if I'm honest, before it arrived. So when it came, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I decided to just have some fun. So I used some neon yellow from Let's Resin.
Yeah.
And it really did come out neon.
That came out really well. I've used the neons and it just, I don't know.
Well, I did mix it for quite some time. So anyway, I filled those two molds up, and then ages ago, Kirk got a dragon mold that's designed to wrap around things, and
it comes in bits, so you can do the head, or just the head, or you can do the body, or
tails and wings, all sorts.
And that little block was its claws.
Yeah, that's its claws. And I wanted the tail. So I did a tail. And then because I'd done a little bit too much resin, I did some more.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, I'll figure out something to use it on. So I ended up pretty much filling the mold with neon yellow.
Yeah.
So it really was a neon day.
It was.
Yeah, I completely misjudged how much resin I'd need.
See, I do that and you mock.
Yes, but I feel that when you do it, you overdo it by a couple of hundred. When I do it, it's over by, maybe 10 mils. There's a big difference between 10 mil over and a couple of hundred.
Only a little bit.
Smidgen. Anyway, this is the next day. Everything was cured and lovely and wonderful.
So this was the little frog.
This is the little frog that, as I was demolding it, it actually tore. You can see it's torn down the seam.
Is that because you were a little rough?
No, I just think that it's not a particularly well designed.
Well, it's a Temu mold, isn't it?
It is Temu mold, so
yeah,
it's fine. You just put a band around it and it'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then, this is the sweary frog.
Swearing frog,
with his mankini.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah.
The claws didn't come out as well as I'd hoped. I did not give them enough squidging, to be fair.
Okay.
They could have done with a lot more,
I don't think I've actually done the claws.
No, they needed a lot more
that
squidging.
Looks like that's swearing as well.
It does, but I sort that out, don't worry. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So then I've got some, well, they're wings, but
wings.
I actually do use them, but I don't use them for wings. I had a moment of thought. Now, I thought that was the tail, but it's not, it's the head.
Yeah.
So I don't use that. That's now sitting on my shelf. But the tail is perfect.
For what?
For being a tail.
Well, I suppose, yeah.
Being a tail.
Yeah.
Now, if you're going to do an alien needs a space vehicle.
Yeah.
Now, I did not want to do a spaceship because ain't nobody got time for that.
I ain't got time for that.
Not on a Froggy Friday.
No.
So I thought, well, he could have like a space car-ish sort of thing.
Like a land speeder.
Like a land speeder, but not as cool.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, sort of. Sort of. So, I took this house mask, frame mask, that I usually use for Aquacast. And I thought, I'm going to put some of my silver metallic mica on it.
Yeah.
And I brushed it in.
Yeah.
And it took me ages.
It did. And I also noticed something while you were micring this.
Go on.
Do you know what you did?
I don't know.
No?
No, but go on.
Okay. So here, you've done the inside.
Yeah.
And you're doing the top bit.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing there?
Let me explain. So, when I started doing this, right, my intention was to actually put it to fill the inside of it with a bit of resin as well.
Uh-huh.
And then what happened was changed my mind. But I was, if you notice slightly to the left, there is a whole load of transfer tape.
I just thought you were being a crazy person.
No,
I was like, I like micring so much. I am just going to cover this whole thing.
No, I genuinely was going to put resin in that part, but then I completely changed my mind.
Okay.
And went in a different direction.
Right.
It's called winging it, my darling.
I know, which I'm quite surprised because you are like plannerson.
Yeah, this is not a planner one. This is just it just basically winged it.
Yeah.
And it shows. I'm not going to lie, it does show. it but I was just having fun with it. I was literally just playing.
As long as you had fun, that's all that matters.
I was just playing. I wasn't doing anything with any ultimate goal other than I wanted to do an alien frog, an alien car, and have fun. That was it.
Yeah.
Sometimes crafting isn't about, some amazing game-changing thing.
That's epic.
Yeah. Sometimes it's literally just about having fun.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. That's all I did.
Yeah.
So I mixed up some Just Resin aluminium and Just Resin cosmic silver.
Yeah.
Because I wanted a silver look.
If you're going to go for a silver look, aluminium and cosmic silver are probably the way to go.
It's probably the way to go.
Yeah.
Now, the cosmic silver from Just Resin, like the gold, is a little bit dark, which is why I did the silver.
Yeah.
And I combined them into one.
Yeah, I think the cosmic silver's got some like bits of black in it.
Yeah, it's got black in it.
Yeah.
Now, whilst the ship was setting, I decided to use my acrylic markers and
paint your frog.
Paint the frog. Paint his eyes. And all that sort of stuff. Now, this is the little one. He is so cute. This is the one where the mould
is cross-eyed.
Torn. Yeah, he is. But it's fine because he's still cute. But he is very cute. But
I think he'd be cuter if he wasn't cross-eyed.
Well, he's cute. But this is the one that I really like. So this is the Supreme Commander.
Is it now?
The Supreme Commander of the Frog Force.
Of Frog Force?
Frog Force.
Okay.
Yeah. You got nothing.
Nothing. No. Literally got nothing. Frog Force.
Well, I made that up right then. There.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You'd never have known, would you?
No, it was seamless.
Seamless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frog Force.
What's wrong with Frog Force?
Like, was it Frog Ship Troopers?
Oh, I could have done that, couldn't I? Oh, why didn't I think of that? Oh, next time. next time.
Yeah.
I'm going to write that down as soon as we finish this video so I don't forget.
You could have done.
Anyway, shush, listen.
I had a really good idea.
I know, but I'm trying to tell you about my super Frog Force Supreme Commander.
Yeah, okay, go on.
So, the wings, I decided to use them as mohawks. Because I thought it would look funny.
Yeah.
And I was right, to be fair. But I thought, you can't just have a neon yellow mohawk. You've got to have a bit of, a bit of colour in it. So I just stuck some metallic acrylic markery stuff on it.
Was that silver, was it?
That was gold, silver, bit of everything, really.
Just
whatever came to hand.
So you put your hand in the box, and whatever your hand touched first
is what went on his head. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And then I stuck it to his head with the bonding UV.
Yeah.
And the right end of the pen. Yeah,
you do tend to get that mixed up a lot.
I do. I don't know why.
No, not me.
I do have to check it like every single time. Maybe what I should do, I've got a really good idea. What I'm going to do is put a black mark at the end where the light is, and then I won't have problems. So then I thought I have to stick his tail on. But unfortunately, the tail was a little bit long. So I chopped a bit off.
Yeah.
And angled it just right so that I could put...
Tapered.
What?
Is it tapered, isn't it?
So I could do it just
frog
right.
Abuse. Frog. Look at that. Poor frog.
Well, I don't want him swearing at everybody. He's the Supreme Commander.
He's a Supreme Commander. He can do what he likes.
Well, he needs a Supreme Commander hand.
He already had a hand. You just mutilated him.
Yeah, but now he's got a better hand. It's a more supreme hand.
Right, okay.
So I gave him the hand.
You gave him the hand?
I gave him the hand. And then I thought, what do I do now? I don't know. Oh, I did the hair for the little guy because he's the minion of the Supreme Commander.
Okay.
I literally went off to cuckoo land while I was doing this. Honestly.
I hadn't noticed.
I was in my own little world, having my own little life.
So, dear viewer, this is an insight into Nikki's mind.
I was living my best life. Leave me alone. It was just fun. Then I thought, he needs clothes. But I couldn't be bothered to make anything like, good. So I used tin foil.
You couldn't be bothered to make anything good, so you used tin foil.
No, that's not what I meant. What I meant was I actually wanted him to have a tin foil looking outfit. So I literally used tin foil.
If you're going to, if you want a something to look like tin foil.
Tin foil's your way to go.
I think so, yeah. I think that's probably your best option. That is the best medium to use for that type of effect.
Yeah. And there's me going, how the hell am I going to get this round with a tail? Why did I put a tail on? What was I thinking? So I played with tinfoil for some time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know.
It kept me quiet, though.
It did, yeah.
Kept me occupied, kept me quiet.
It did.
Kept me out of trouble. Kept me off of any buying things.
Oh, yeah. And then you went, oh, my order's been dispatched.
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah. Yeah, I did, yeah.
So it didn't actually keep you. You'd already done your shopping and you were just waiting for the dispatch note.
I did. I'm very excited. I have got a mould coming from somewhere very special. I'm so excited. I can't even. Monday cannot come fast enough.
Well, it can for some people.
Not for me, because Monday, the mould will be here.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
Okay.
For the purposes of this video, though, by the time this goes out, it will have been 3 weeks ago. Yeah. So I'll already have it. And I'll be happy. Anyway, the clothing of the man in tinfoil didn't go well the first time.
Yeah.
But if at first you don't succeed... Cheat. Absolutely. You just, So I decided at this point that I was just going to give him some trousers. And what's the thing that you have on your wrist?
Like a wrist, like a watch?
No, not a watch.
A wristband?
No, not wristbands. He's not a tennis player. What's the things that you used to have? You know, the things, the...
Sweatband?
No. The things that
Gloves.
you have... No, gauntlets.
Those are gloves?
That's not gloves. The bits that go on your arms.
Yeah.
That bit. I thought I'd make him one of those for 2 reasons. The first reason being it hides the joint of his hand.
Yeah, that
Secondly,
you mutilated.
I thought it was just, it just made me chuckle. And then I thought, well, his trousers keep falling down, so I'll give him some braces.
Okay.
But they're painted on, so they're probably not going to do much.
Well, it doesn't matter, does it? If they're painted on and that, it's the aesthetic.
It's the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Because I am an artiste.
You're an artiste.
And this was my artistic license.
Yeah, I think it should be revoked.
Why? What's wrong?
No,
and then I gave him some odd-shaped nipples.
Is that what they are?
Well...
So he's got 4 nipples. No, are they like, has he got 4
they're
big
just
ones?
Dots, but then, no, they're just dots, right? But when I got to that point, I thought, oh gosh, that looks a bit like alien nipples. I'll give him a third.
No, because now that looks like the 3 thingy woman from Total Recall.
That's what I was going for. So it's the Supreme Commander that's distantly related to the woman from Total Recall.
Okay.
Anyway, I thought it looked all right. And then I thought, as he's just a minion, he can have little ones.
But only 2.
And only 2, because he's a minion. He can't have 3.
Right.
Because that's just the way it is. He doesn't get any clothes either. Because he's a minion, he can't afford them. You only get clothes when you become a Supreme Commander.
Okay.
Okay? This is very important details into my alien frog world.
I'm loving the backstory. Loving it.
Oh,
What's his name?
His name?
Yeah, you asked me the names of all the stuff I make, so what's their names?
Which one?
Both of them.
Well, his name is Oi.
Oi. Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And the other one is Supreme Commander.
Yeah, but it's got to have a name.
It's Supreme Commander.
Okay.
Or Sir.
Sir.
You can choose whichever one you want.
Okay.
But it's Supreme Commander or Sir. So, there you go.
Okay.
Now, I thought I'll build my car, my space car.
Yeah.
So, I gave it a spoiler. Look at that for a spoiler.
You just went all out on this one, didn't you?
Yep, I went literally. I don't know what the expression is, but I went there.
Nuts.
No, it's not nuts. It's just a bit of,
bit of fun.
Bit of ha-ha.
Yeah.
And then I thought, well, you need, like, stuff on your car.
Yeah.
Like go fast stripes, but not.
Yeah.
So I gave it the name Frog.
Yeah.
It was going to be Frogger, but
it wouldn't fit.
Total transparency. When I was cutting it, I ruined the G. So it got reduced from Frogger to Frog because I didn't want to do another G.
Okay.
I'd already put everything away. So, and if anyone can tell me what the NCC 1701 is, in the comments, I will be very impressed.
Yeah.
That's your little geek nerdy test for today. Yeah. So what is NCC 1701?
Yeah.
The F I put on there because it means
frog. Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to put FF because that could be
FF?
Yeah. Could be misconstrued. I didn't want anybody to be, Anyway,
okay.
So we've got that on the back.
Yeah. And
then we've got frog. Oh, and I put a couple of little stars.
Little stars, little shooting stars.
Little shooting stars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to zhuzh it up.
Yep. And then I made him a steering wheel. I dug into the Bruno box and I did I got an old pendant that was a bit rubbish.
Yeah.
And I got that out and I stuck that on. And then I got one of those, I've got a pack of steampunk, I don't know what you call them. Steampunk cog things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought that one looks quite like a steering wheel. So I put that on.
Yeah.
And then I just coloured in the steering column with some gold pen.
Yeah.
And that was that.
Cool.
And then I thought, it's going to need some wheels. Because you can't have a space car without wheels.
Yeah.
So I put the spoiler on.
Well, you can, because then they just fly.
But what about when it's parked?
It'll just rest on the ground.
No, because you damage the paintwork.
When you have them little legs that come out.
Well, I had the legs that I wanted to make the little legs. So I dug out this little mould.
Yeah.
And I put some clear UV in.
Yep.
Which, because of the type of mould, I did them quite thin, but I cured them from the top, and then when I demolded them onto the silicone mat, and then cured that bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I stuck those to the car.
Cool.
So they look a bit like
wheels. Yeah.
So then it was just a case of me putting it all together, and we shall never speak of it again.
Well, I'm sure we will.
We absolutely will.
We will, because it's going to be sitting around the house now.
It's not. I'm not going to give that to a grandchild.
Yeah.
That will go to a grandchild, make no mistake.
Yeah.
And it'll be loved. Because they'll be like, my grandma made me this. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
Grandma lost her mind for a moment or two, and this is what she came up with.
Yeah.
So, anyone who's still with us at this point,
Yeah.
thank you very much for watching.
Yeah.
Don't forget to check out the playlist down below.
Yeah.
And if you've liked it or enjoyed our content, do feel free to hit the like button.
Yep. And while you're down there, click on the subscribe.
If you haven't already. And
yeah. And if you have, thanks.
And if you have, thank you. And we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend.
Yeah. Bye for now.
Bye.